Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay, we on. Oh man, I thought it wasn't recording. My bad. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get down to this breakdown and see what's going on with Marvel. Cause you already know I'm sack riding Marvel real hard, man, and enjoying every minute of it. Deep, 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 deep. All right, let's see what's going on. Eternals official teaser trailer breakdown Marvel Studios Phase 4. Got to find out about Phase 4.
Something, you fight for it. When you love something, you fight for it.
Well, hold on.
When
I messed up. I ain't even put this on, man. My bad. Had y'all sitting there watching a blank screen. My bad.
you love something, you fight for it.
Angelina Jolie. Valkyrie.
We're the ones who changed everything.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, and today we have a ton of new footage
What's up,
coming
Warren?
directly from Marvel Studios, including our first look at the Eternals. Now, this is actually a pretty cool thing that Marvel Studios did this morning. They put out a trailer titled Marvel Studios Celebrates the Movies. They recapped a lot of great movies and moments from the
Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Got to see that.
MCU that we've seen so far, and then they started a new trailer kind of in
I don't know about y'all, but I liked Captain Marvel. And what's the Marvels? The Marvels? The heck is that?
inside the trailer for all of their upcoming shows, in which we got new footage for the Eternals, Black Widow, and
Ant-Man and the
Shang-Chi. We
Wasp.
also got the titles for some upcoming projects and their release dates. So I'll be breaking down the Eternals teaser in this video as it's
Whoa! 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 Now I know it's Phase 4, but is that supposed to be the fourth in the Fantastic Four? Maybe, or am I smoking?
first time seeing them. And we'll just do shot by shot here and talk about what exactly we're seeing and who the Eternals are. So we have a little bit of footage, it goes by pretty quickly, but that's what a teaser is. It starts off by showing us Salma Hayek's character, Ajax. She's on a horse and it seems like she could be on some type of ranch.
And she could be on some type of drugs. But that's the lady from Dusk Till Dawn. She got that classic scene in there when she turns into a vampire and just start knocking people off.
Then hear a voice say, when you love something, you fight for it. We then immediately see two hands, and then it pans out to show the Eternals in their actual Eternals suits. Throughout this footage, we see them dressed normally and in their Eternals outfits, and I'll explain why that is in just a bit. But the camera pans out and we see some of the Eternals. On the very left, we have Barry Keoghan's character, Druig. Druig is an Eternal, of course, and he's actually the cousin of another Eternal, Icarus, who we see later on in the trailer. Although he isn't always good. In fact, in the comics, he actually tortured his cousin Icarus. And he is actually rumored to be one of the villains of this movie. But
I had no clue about that. I never even heard of him. I heard of Icarus from what was it, Greek mythology? But I never heard of this guy from Marvel. I never heard of him. And as the guy's talking about him, he's not always good. He tortured his cousin. I was like, whoa! I was like, is this guy a good guy or what? Okay, why haven't done reactions prior? What you mean? Why I haven't done it in the last couple of days? Why haven't you done reactions prior? I was busy. If you meant why I haven't done it in a few days, why I'm late.
train the other Eternals. Then to
We
his
doing it
right, we
now.
see Lauren Ridloff's character, Makari. In the comics, Makari is actually a male character, so they did a gender swap here. Makari has the typical
Okay, they did a gender swap. So probably people was like pissed off. Well, these are lesser characters. This is probably characters a lot of people don't know about. But if they'd have been like bigger characters, everybody be pissed off. Oh my god, you just did a gender swap. I hate you guys.
typical powers of an Eternal, like superhuman strength, speed, immortality, matter manipulation, etc. I'll get to that in just a bit. But Makari is actually the Eternals' technology guy. And he's even a member of the Eternals' technology
Why he say guy knowing that it's a girl now?
Guild, and he designed some pretty cool things for the Eternals, like very high-speed vehicles. Then to the right of Makari, in the middle, we have Sprite. Now Sprite, although centuries years old, is stuck with the body of an 11-year-old, unable to grow up. Sprite is known as the trickster of the Eternals' family. He often taunts his fellow Eternals with illusions, and he's been kind of picking on humans for centuries. And then to the person who's...
What's his dating life like? If he's stuck with the body of an 11-year-old, what's his dating life like? The sequel for Captain Marvel 2, called The Marvels instead. I know, and it caught me off guard. Like, I was thinking, like, what does that mean? Multiple Captain Marvels? Like, what's it called? Marvel, Captain Marvel, and, Spectrum? Is that what it's going to be about? I'm not exactly sure. But I seen that. That caught me off guard. At first, I was like, wait, what type of movie is this? But I seen the logo. Captain Marvel's logo was in there. Everyone knows who Selma Hayek is. No, y'all don't.
Hand Sprite is holding, it appears that we have Sersi, played by Gemma Chan. Sersi is kind of known for causing a little bit of trouble with the Eternals. Sersi is actually pretty fond of humans and spends a lot of time in the real world with them. She also has a relationship with Dane Whitman, aka the Black Knight, who is going to be played by Kit Harington, who is not featured in this teaser. Then to the right of Sersi, we have Angelina Jolie's character, Thena. Thena is a scholar, and she's the warrior of the group. We even get this brief footage of her a little bit later on of her wielding her sword, going up against somebody whose back is turned to us. Now, Thena has a bit of a crazy story in the comics. The Eternals were created by the celestial gods, but so were the Deviants. But the Deviants and the Eternals go at...
It's in the comics. What's in the comics?
War with each other and hate each other. However, Thena and the deviant Crow actually fall in love with each other and end up having a baby. Actually, two.
If y'all didn't know, Thanos is a Eternal and deviant hybrid.
She has twins, and Thena actually keeps this a secret from the rest of her Eternals, and she puts the babies inside of an infertile human woman. Now, it's unclear on whether or not we're going to be seeing this story in the movie, but I do think Thena is going to have a very, very key role to play in the Eternals film, one that we're probably not expecting. And then, to Thena's right, we have Phastos, played by Brian Tyree Henry. Now,
Phastos? Don't tell me this guy got super speed, but the guy fat.
Now, Phastos is kind of the engineer of the Eternals' family. He has the ability to create whatever he can imagine. If he has the materials to build it, he can build it. And he creates many different weapons for the Eternals. However, his attitude in the comics is kind of different from the other Eternals. He kind of believes life to be meaningless, and he's been searching for someone or something to give him meaning in life.
You said for years I stopped doing reactions to anything? I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Okay, the trailer is whack. Barely any Eternals content. Mostly old revamped content. Well, we're going to find out. I didn't see it yet. The comics of Eternals is unfinished since Jack Kirby never finished. Okay. I think Jack Kirby's dead, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he?
We then cut to another scene where we see Richard Madden for the very first time. Richard Madden is playing the Eternal Icarus. Icarus is one of the leaders of the Eternals, and he's kind of like the Steve Rogers of the Avengers. He has great morals, he's very kind, he's charismatic, and he likes to keep the...
You thought the Eternals was going to be a series? Me too. Me too. I wanted it to be a movie, but I thought it was going to be a series. I thought I heard that somewhere it was going to be a series. That guy, this guy over here, I forgot what his name is. I seen him. They were showing him pictures of him, like his transformation, like he got all in shape and whatnot. I seen that guy. I thought it was going to be a series too. Okay. No way they are going to keep that little girl since she has to grow. You got to change her character. What you mean? What do you mean like they're going to keep that little girl since she had to... Oh, they're going... Oh, you talking about like in the future, like in a future movie, they're going to swap out with somebody older. Right. I'm glad it's a movie because I wouldn't have watched the series. Sometimes, sometimes you don't. Sometimes a series is not gonna. It's not gonna. It's too much. It's too much. It's good. It's good for just one movie sometimes. But seeing a series is too much. You know what I'm saying? It's just the pacing is slow and everything. The Indian dude, yeah, his transform. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I forgot what the guy's name was. I'm glad it's a movie because I wouldn't. Okay, the Marvels, Captain Marvel, Spectrum, and Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel. I said Marvel. I said Captain Marvel, Spectrum, because Spectrum used to be Miss Marvel 2. I mean Captain Marvel 2. And Miss Marvel. Okay, what's in the comics is the thing about the guy torturing his cousin. I have no clue.
Other Eternals safe. Just an overall really great guy, and he is one of the main characters of the movie. Then in the same scene, all the way on the right, we get our first look at Don Lee's character, Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is a beast. He's essentially the juggernaut of the Eternals. In ancient times, he actually roamed Earth and helped the human beings by overthrowing tyrants and killing dangerous beasts.
Gilgamesh is actually from old man, what's it called? It's like an old story. It's a story called the Journey of Gilgamesh or something like that. I've read it, and it's basically some guy with some superpowers or something like that does something. Don't quote me on that. But the guy, there's like a flood or something. I don't know. Gilgamesh, look him up, man. He's not from Marvel. He existed way before Marvel existed.
Was often mistaken for and called Hercules. Then in the same shot, if we go all the way to the left, we can see Kumail Nanjiani's character, Kingo. Now, Kingo's character in the comics is actually from Japan, and he's kind of like a samurai. However, that has changed in the Eternals film. We actually know that in the Eternals film, Kingo is going to be from India, and he's actually going to be a Bollywood star. As I'm about to explain in a bit, the Eternals actually live amongst the humans, and it looks like Kingo has taken full advantage of being an Eternal because he is a famous person, a famous Bollywood actor. Kumail Nanjiani actually revealed this in an interview not too long ago. We have the scene that I already mentioned with
Whoa! I didn't notice that before. I seen a little clip of this. Like somebody had a thumbnail with Angelina Jolie, and I seen that light thing. I had no clue what it was. It's a sword. It looks like it's made out of glass or something like that. And it's like little strings or something like that in it. Like I don't know, like wire or something like that inside of it. But it looks like glass. They look like Power Rangers. What you mean they look like Power Rangers? Oh, man. But yeah, she's got like a weird looking sword. You can see through it. It's crazy. I like it.
Angelina Jolie holding her sword. Then we have a scene with some of the Eternals in front of an ancient castle. Now, as I already mentioned, the Eternals are basically immortal and they've already lived for centuries. So this could really be anything, as they've been around for a very long time and have been a part of ancient history. However, this could be the city of the space gods. The space gods are the Celestials, who we know are going to be a part of this film. We've already seen our first look. And based off of everything that we know, the Eternals actually serve the Celestials. The Celestials have charged the Eternals with the task of taking care of Earth. Kind of makes you wonder where they were during all of the events that the Avengers went through, but I'm sure that will be explained in this movie. But in the scene, it kind of looks like they are guarding it. Whoever the villain of the movie is may be trying to break into it. We then go to Cersei saying, "We're the ones who changed everything." Now, what she's most likely talking about here is the Eternal.
No, I meant that little girl is immortal, like stays young forever. So change her character so that she grows older. Oh, you want her to grow older. Why? Oh, you saying, I get what you're saying. You don't want her to grow older. It's the person portraying her, the actress, is going to get older and won't be able to play that role anymore. If they've been around for centuries, who can go against them? There ain't gonna be no real threat. We'll see.
Eternals' influence in human history. Yes, the Eternals are tasked with guarding Earth, but they also
he already mentioned that one of them themselves is going to be a villain, or may be a villain, if I'm not mistaken.
Also go in and interact with humans. And as you've heard me mention, several of them have actually influenced major parts in history on Earth. And based off of what Cersei is saying here, they could have been the cause of some pretty big things. Then the final scene of the Eternals teaser in this overall teaser trailer is of Kumail Nanjiani's character Kingo, looking like a Bollywood star. He's got the glasses on, he's got the nice watch on. It looks like he could even be filming a movie. It looks like it could be the set of a movie, but it looks like they have stumbled upon something that they weren't probably supposed to stumble upon. Or perhaps some of the other Eternals are actually going to get him. Based off of what we know about this movie, some of the Eternals have kind of...
So maybe he was living on Earth as a regular human, and people don't know that he's actually an Eternal. That might be what's going on down there.
Have left the main group. They went and lived life with the normal humans. This is why in the trailer we see some of them in their normal clothes, but sometimes we see them decked out in their Eternals gear. Also, this film is going to jump around various different decked humans. This is why in the trailer we see some of the main group. They went and lived life with the normal humans.
That's exactly what I said right before you said it. Okay, no, Xerxes can create weapons from matter manipulation. Okay, what's your point? Okay, Indian dude is all blue, like the blue Power Ranger.
This is why in the trailer we see some of them in their normal clothes, but sometimes we see them decked out in their Eternals gear. Also, this film is going to jump...
One thing I want to know is why the Eternals gear, like their regular clothes, look so uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that this advanced species or whatever would eventually like wear like something that doesn't, scar, something that doesn't, like kill you from wearing it all day.
Jump around various different points in time. This has already been confirmed by Kevin Feige. The Eternals are thousands and thousands of years old. We're going to learn about when they were first created all the way up to Avengers Endgame. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see their origin and what they've been up to this entire time and how they come back together in the film. This is one of the Marvel projects that I am most excited to see. I think there's going to be a lot of MCU history revealed in this movie, and I think it's going to be very important moving forward in the MCU. So let me know what you thought of this Eternals teaser in the comments down below. Let me know how excited you are for this movie. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest MCU news. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much.
I guess we gotta subscribe to the guy. He said to do it, so we have to do it. I guess he gave us some good information. I learned some stuff I didn't know. But I still didn't see the actual trailer myself. But we're gonna check it out in a little while. But I'm happy we got that little bit of information. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Check the links in the description box. Peace. We'll be back in a little while.